Ahoy, netizens of YouTube! Welcome to my channel. As I've expressed in this video's title, I have an important announcement about the future of this channel. My future uploads are going to be a little different from what I've been doing so far. I'm going to let you know what to expect for the next several months. So, I've been active on YouTube for about 1 year by this time, and what a year it's been. My uploads, frankly, have been all over the place. I've uploaded Flip Notes, Happy Wheels playthroughs, Smash Bros replays, Metal Gear gameplay, one scripted game review and a retrospective, and various miscellaneous videos. I even managed to fit a 3-month hiatus in there. When I first conceived this channel, I wanted to make video game reviews as my main staple of content. I still want to do that. However, I haven't had a lot of time to produce that type of content in the past year. What I ended up doing was mostly to upload my backlog of videos with any reasonable editing and commentary, and I'm glad that I was able to do that. My old Flip Notes may not be very well made, but I'm glad that they finally have a home where lots of people can easily find and view them. However, I realize that my channel isn't going to grow very much if I only ever upload random short videos with low production value. What I really want is for this channel to have direction. I want to figure out a formula for making game reviews and improve upon it as I go. I want to have a main series of videos that develop my channel's personality. I want to upload reviews on a somewhat regular basis, while I work on smaller, less structured projects on the side. For a while, I've been planning to do a series of reviews on GameCube games. I have a whole list of games that I want to review, and it's now just a matter of finding time to record gameplay and write scripts and do everything else that goes along with a game review. However, I have a problem that will probably push back the release of my GameCube reviews for several months. That problem is related to Adobe Flash Player. Flash has been a huge part of my childhood. During my middle school years, I loved scouring Flash game sites for new games that I hadn't seen before. They were very accessible, and I often ended up in weird places. Happy Wheels is my favorite game ever. While those games are emotionally significant for me, the internet is actually moving away from reliance on Flash Player. It has been for several years. The plugin has become obsolete in many areas, including most types of video streaming, as contemporary browsers with HTML5 have built-in video support. Adobe actually plans to discontinue support for Flash Player sometime in 2020. There are other games that I would like to review in addition to the first few GameCube games that I have picked out. A good number of them are Flash games. Now, I'm not saying that it will be impossible for me to play any of these games after 2020. With sufficient digging and the help of online gaming communities, I could probably unearth many of these games as SWIFT files. I understand that some groups, including Kongregate, are working on protocols to run Flash games without the official plugin from Adobe. However, I don't know how long those will take to release and to what extent they will be relevant to the games that I want to play. And that's not even the issue at hand. Not yet. If I've learned anything from YouTube so far, I've learned that web-based media are often time-sensitive, and that I should be proactive with whatever time I have. Case in point, in April of 2018, Sudomemo encountered an error that disabled its usual mechanism by which users uploaded Flip Notes. For a few months, users couldn't publish new Flip Notes without using some type of workaround, which ended up being pseudopatch in my case. The Sudomemo team promised to fix the issue, which they eventually did, to their credit. However, I didn't just wait around and watch as the team got the original upload mechanism back online. I wasn't going to wait for an indeterminate amount of time, hoping that some other error doesn't come along and make Sudomemo completely inaccessible. I went through the process to install Pseudopatch, and I lived with its various bugs for a time. I uploaded my flip notes at that time so that I had them off of my plate and I didn't have to worry about them anymore. When it became more difficult to upload to Sudomemo, that really woke me up to the critical element of time. If not for that error, I might have gone another year without archiving my flip notes. Here's where I'm going with all of this. Any web-based medium can be difficult to access at some times, especially when the medium's original creator no longer supports it. I like to play games when I know that they are working. Most of the Flash games that I remember will probably still exist after 2020. However, it will almost certainly be more difficult for me to play them at that time. So I've decided to be proactive with this time. For the next few months, I'm mostly going to upload reviews and gameplays of browser games. This is going to delay the other reviews that I have planned, and that's alright. I'm fairly confident that my GameCube games will still be on my shelf a year from now. I will start publishing next week. I already have that video and a few others finished. I will continue uploading videos for a while. I have videos lined up at least until December, assuming that I keep pace with my schedule of 1 or 2 videos per week. Now, you may be wondering about what types of games I plan to play. That is a valid concern. Of the games that are currently on my list, most of them are SpongeBob browser games. I played a lot of those as a kid. I spent a lot of time between Nick.com and CartoonNetwork.com. I also plan to play a few non-cartoon related games, and you may come to know what those are as I release videos. By the way, I'm not at all done picking out the games that I plan to play for this channel. I've picked out most of the major ones that I remember vividly, but I'll invariably come across other games that I remember as I'm researching. Some of those games may receive their own videos at a later date. As for the formats of my upcoming series on browser games, most of the videos will be playthroughs. Browser games tend to be relatively short, such that I can beat them in a single sitting. Some are longer, and those longer games should receive full scripted reviews. Between playthroughs and reviews and everything else in my life, I should be mostly occupied until December. As you may have gathered, this isn't my usual backdrop. I'm currently away at college, while most of my gaming systems and recording equipment are at my family home. If I were to record console gameplay anytime this month, that would be after I acquire and set up the required equipment. Flash games are easy in comparison. I can record them right here on my personal computer. I might start reviewing console games when I go home in the winter, though that's a while away and I'm not making promises on that issue. Granted, I'm not going to exclusively upload browser game videos in the time before my console reviews. At least, I hope that I come up with more variety than that. You can expect other small projects on the side. Oh, one point that I definitely want to mention is on music videos. I very much enjoyed making my first AMV. That was the one with the cutscenes from The Phantom Pain, and the song is For You. I'm very satisfied with how that turned out. I have a few other ideas for music videos. Some are Metal Gear related, and some are not. I'll be working on at least one of those on the side, parallel to my browser game playthroughs. You can expect the second music video on this channel, I don't know, let's say early next year, maybe sooner. So, those are my plans for the next few months. I thank my subscribers for sticking with me, despite my very eclectic and dislocated portfolio. So, I'll have a new video dropping this time on Sunday, and I hope that people watch it. Please?